You're watching Sunrise. We're going to talk about mobile phones now. Do you recognise these relics? Because it was exactly, well, I'll pick them up, shall I? These relics. It was exactly 10 years ago.
Oh, I have one of these.
Today, since Steve Jobs held up probably one that's a bit more like that version and introduced us to the first iPhone.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
That's a decade. We're here with an array of phones, well, 3 to be exact, some in better health than others, the technology expert Oliver Smith. Oliver, is this the first one? Is this the first iPhone?
That's the second iPhone.
This is the second, but it wasn't much difference to the first, was it, the second one?
So this is 2008.
Is 10 years old. 10 years old.
Absolutely.
So what did we get with this first iPhone? I mean, we've had so many of them now. We're now on our 7th, aren't we? So
we
what
are.
did the first one give us?
I think the thing that the first iPhone brought really was this design which we all recognise so well now, which is the full display, just having a single button, a touch screen. Phones before this were not like this. They had dozens of buttons, keypads, Blackberries with lots of little buttons. The iPhone brought this idea that you'd just have a screen, that was all you needed. Nokia, Blackberry at the time, they laughed because they said, people aren't going to type on glass. But
Who's laughing now?
Who's laughing now, absolutely.
Every phone looks like an iPhone now.
If we jump forward, 10 years later, we've got the iPhone 7, which is the latest version. And the camera, the display, it's the best you can get. And phones have come so far in these 10 years.
I suppose the thing about the phone for me was that the iPhone made it possible to get on the internet, because other phones have sort of tried, but it was always a bit clunky. But the iPhone, straight away, you could get on the web.
It was the black and white internet on your Nokia phone you got.
That's right.
But on the iPhone, you got the full experience of the websites you were looking at.
It's like having a computer in your pocket. Well, it is like
Absolutely.
having a computer in your pocket.
And then when the iPhone 3G came out, it brought the App Store as well. So suddenly we started downloading apps onto our phone for the first time, and it really turned these devices into little computers in our pocket.
But in 10 years, the batteries are still rubbish.
Very
Why
good
haven't they
point.
improved the batteries?
Batteries are one of those things that in the world of technology, they're holding everything back. We just can't make better batteries. As you say, the first iPhone and the latest iPhone have pretty much the same battery life, which in 10 years is a long time not to move on very far.
Are they all built to spontaneously combust after 3 years? Because they never last their lifespan, do they? They never last the contract.
Well, the screens with
goes
me
wrong.
don't last the first week. I'm always dropping my phone. It's like
Something
a bar of
always goes wrong.
soap. That's a design fault.
Broken screens, especially the iPhone 4, which I don't have with me, but that had a glass back on it as well as a glass front.
Yeah, I remember
Everyone
that.
broke their iPhone 4s. They've got better and better. The screens on the latest ones are stronger than ever before. But as you say, we still break our phones.
Oh, well, Oliver Smith, very interesting to speak to you. Where will the iPhone go next and how will the rest of the phones catch up? It's going to be interesting to see. It's so sad that we can't live without them, but we can't, can
No,
we?
we can't, no. It seems that they've run out of really good new ideas as well, but we shall see what they've come up with next.
Oliver,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the weather now. Nazanin has the details.